Here now, Damon Hack with Johnson Wagner.
Thank you, Rich. And what's been 2 years of surprises, promises made and promises broken. How big is this story of Jon Rahm leaving the PGA Tour?
It's a massive deal. John is one of the greatest characters in the game right now. He wears his heart on his sleeve, plays with emotion, gets fiery. Everybody loves to watch him. He's a compelling character. It's a big loss for the PGA Tour, and for me personally, I'm very sad. I love the PGA Tour. I love professional golf. I'm sick of the stake being divided, and it's time for us to try to come together and work something out, whether that's with the PIF or what. I don't know.
You're a three-time winner on the PGA Tour. You've been in those meetings, packed meetings, for example. If you've been in the trenches, what is your reaction this evening?
I mean, honestly, this is the first time where I've been scared about the future of the PGA Tour.
Really?
Jon Rahm goes after pledging loyalty to the PGA Tour and kind of changing his mind. It seems like LIV is going for a second round of big names. Who's possibly going to go next? And if they crack off a couple more top 10 players, the legitimate longevity of the PGA Tour is in jeopardy.
Is your mind changed about Jon Rahm, the 11-time winner, two-time major champ, born in Spain, ASU alum, someone who, became one of the more popular players in this game?
No, I mean, Brandel said it perfectly. It would take an incredible amount of fortitude and ethical character to turn down what we've said to be upwards of $565 million. I don't know who's got that to be able to turn down. He's an incredible golfer. I look forward to watching him play at the majors. I'm just sad I'm not going to get to see him play on bigger stages more often.
You have said you're concerned about the future of the PGA Tour. What about the commissioner, Jay Monahan, in this moment? What are your concerns or not about him?
Yeah, and I was on the policy board for 3 years. I absolutely have so much respect for Jay. I think he's a wonderful human being. I think he made some mistakes. I think not taking the meeting before LIV was created has been well documented as a potential mistake. I don't know that I see a path forward for him as commissioner of the PGA Tour, but I'm a huge fan of him personally, and he will remain a friend for life.
Jon Rahm had spoke so emphatically about the history of the PGA Tour, of the Memorial Tournament, the Arnold Palmer Invitational, Torrey Pines. In any way, do you think this is a leverage play that possibly he could get back to competing on the PGA Tour at some point, and he's just making his bet?
100%. I mean, honestly, he could defend at Kapalua in 3 weeks. Technically, he hasn't played an event on the LIV Tour, so there's a chance we could see him play at Kapalua. If the Tour could work out an agreement with PIF, who knows what that's going to look like. I think the coming weeks, if they'll actually hit that December 31st deadline, we're going to have a lot more breaking news.
We watched Jon Rahm on Brett Baer on Fox News just a few minutes ago. Grow the game. He quickly kind of fell into the nebulous, kind of flabby talk that we've heard often from LIV golfers. What did you make of how quickly he kind of held on to those talking points?
I found it to be incredibly generic with the rest of them, the way they're talking. But then when he transferred over to if he can grow the game in Spain specifically, I think that means a lot to him to live up to that legacy of Seve, Olazabal, Sergio. So I think he said it and he kind of saved himself. If he can grow the game in Spain, that's all that really matters to him.
Can't help but think about Lewis Carroll and the great book Alice in Wonderland. Carl and Rich, curiouser and curiouser.
That'll be an uncomfortable early week at the Masters when Rahm returns as the defending champion. I think Saudi Arabia is just getting started across sports and entertainment, and there will, I suspect, be a running of the bulls for that Saudi money.
Yeah, Johnson makes a great point. We don't know for sure because of what may be announced at year-end, but we will likely next see Jon Rahm at LIV's season opening event in Mayakoba, Mexico. That's at the start of February, but who else may have signed up by then? That's what we don't really know, Rich.